When you think of drifting, your mind probably goes straight to Japanese legends like the Nissan Silvia, the A86, or the Mazda RX-7. But what if I told you one of the most iconic American muscle cars, the Ford Mustang S550, has been rewriting the rules of modern drifting? Today, we're diving deep into the Mustang's transformation from straight-line muscle to sideways monster, and building the ultimate drift-ready S550 from the ground up. This is more than just a build, this is a revolution in the world of drifting. The legend of the Mustang. Since 1964, the Ford Mustang has been a symbol of raw American muscle. Big V8 power, straight-line dominance, and that unmistakable roar. For decades, the Mustang was built for drag strips and highways, not technical corners. But when Ford introduced the S550 in 2015, everything changed. For the first time, the Mustang came with independent rear suspension, a game-changer that unlocked its drifting potential. Suddenly, this wasn't just a muscle car. It was a platform ready to battle the imports on their own turf. Why the S550 stands out? Let's break it down. The S550 Mustang offers multiple engine options, from the turbocharged 2.3L EcoBoost to the legendary 5.0L Coyote V8. The chassis is wider, stiffer, and more balanced than any Mustang before it. And the IRS, independent rear suspension, makes power delivery smoother and handling far more predictable. In other words, Ford didn't just make a new Mustang, they accidentally built one of the best modern drift platforms available. Don't just take my word for it, look at the pro drift scene. Vaughn Gittin Jr and Chelsea DeNofa have turned the S550 into an unstoppable force in Formula Drift. These cars are making 1,000+ horsepower and dominating the podium. But what makes the Mustang so special is that you don't need pro-level sponsors to drift it. With the right build, you can turn a stock S550 into a true drift machine. Engine and power, heart of the beast. Let's talk about the heart of this beast, the engine. Most drifters chasing the S550 go straight for the 5.0L Coyote V8. Stock, it delivers around 435 to 480 horsepower depending on the model year, and the torque curve is wide, giving you plenty of control mid-drift. But here's the magic: the aftermarket support is insane. You can supercharge it, turbocharge it, or even swap it for something wild like a Ford Performance Aluminator or a Whipple-charged setup. For a competitive drift build, you're looking at 600 to 800 horsepower, the sweet spot where the Mustang has endless power for long smoky drifts, but still stays manageable. Go beyond that, into 1,000+ horsepower territory, and you're in Formula Drift madness. But for most enthusiasts, a naturally aspirated Coyote with bolt-on upgrades, or a mild supercharger kit, is more than enough to shred tires all day long. Chassis and handling, muscle meets balance. Drifting isn't just about power. You can have 1,000 horses under the hood, but if the chassis can't keep up, you're spinning out. That's why the S550 is special. Thanks to its independent rear suspension, the car feels planted and predictable when you kick the tail out. It's a huge leap over the old solid axle Mustangs that were notorious for losing control. The weight distribution sits around 55/45, slightly front biased, but with the right suspension tuning, coilovers, and angle kit, you can make it dance like a Silvia. And that's exactly what we're going to do in our drift build. Building the ultimate drift S550. 1. Suspension and angle kit. Step 1. Suspension. A proper drift build needs coilovers to dial in ride height, stiffness, and camber. Brands like BC Racing, KW, or Feel Suspension are popular choices. Then, we add an angle kit because drifting is all about steering angle. Companies like Wisefab or Drift American offer kits that give the Mustang insane lock, letting you swing the car at extreme angles without spinning out. This single upgrade transforms the S550 from a muscle car into a drift weapon. 2. Differential. Next up, the differential. Stock diffs aren't built for clutch kicks and constant abuse. A limited slip differential, or even a welded diff for budget builds, is essential. It ensures both rear wheels spin together, giving you consistent slides every time. 3. Tires and wheels. Drift cars live and die by their tires. On the Mustang, you'll want a staggered setup, grippy fronts for control, and wider rears for smoky slides. Cheap, high-wear tires for practice, and performance compounds for competitions. And let's be real, no Mustang drift build is complete without some aggressive deep dish wheels to match the stance. 4. Power upgrades. Now back to power. A cold air intake, performance headers, a full exhaust system, and EQ tuning wake up the Coyote V8 beautifully. Add forced induction, and you're entering pro drift territory. The sound of a supercharged Mustang screaming sideways is enough to give any car enthusiast goosebumps. 5. Weight reduction and balance. One challenge with the S550 is weight around 3,700 pounds stock. That's heavy compared to Japanese drift icons. So, weight reduction is key. Strip the interior, lightweight body panels, carbon fiber hood, racing seats, and roll cage. Every pound shed makes the Mustang more nimble, more responsive, and more competitive. 6. Safety and reliability. Finally, safety. A proper drift build needs a roll cage, bucket seats, harnesses, and a fire suppression system. Drifting pushes cars to the limit, and safety gear isn't optional, it's survival. Combine that with upgraded cooling systems, better brakes, and reinforced driveline components, and you've got a Mustang that's ready to slide all day long. The Mustang in Formula Drift. The proof of the Mustang's drift potential is in Formula Drift. Vaughn Gittin Jr.'s RTR Mustangs, producing over 1,000 horsepower, are some of the most feared machines on the grid. Chelsea DeNofa has shown time and time again that the S550 can go toe-to-toe with the best Silvias, Supras, and Skylines in the world. What started as an American muscle car has now become a global drift icon. Cultural impact, breaking the import monopoly. For decades, drifting was dominated by Japanese imports. The Silvia, the Supra, the RX-7 all lightweight, nimble, and balanced. The Mustang crashed that party. It showed the world that a big American muscle car could not only hang with the legends, but redefine what a drift car could be. Suddenly, fans who grew up idolizing Mustangs on the street had a car they could cheer for on the drift track. It was East meets West, horsepower meets finesse, and the result was breathtaking. The sound, a character of its own. Let's not forget the sound. A Coyote V8 at full scream, bouncing off the rev limiter, tires shredding, smoke filling the air. It's pure chaos, pure adrenaline, pure Mustang. While Japanese cars have that high revving turbo scream, the Mustang brings thunder. And when it comes to entertaining the crowd, that sound is half the battle. Conclusion: the drift king of muscle. Powerful closing tone. The Ford Mustang S550 isn't just a muscle car anymore. It's proof that drifting belongs to anyone willing to push limits, break stereotypes, and chase the perfect slide. From drag strips to mountain passes, from the streets to Formula Drift podiums, the S550 has become a new legend. Build it right, tune it well, and respect its power, and this car will reward you with some of the most exhilarating drift experiences of your life. This isn't just a drift build. This is the Mustang's evolution. And when it swings sideways, it doesn't just drift, it dominates. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the era of the drifting Mustang.